Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to our presentation at KS95 Sports here tonight. This is Game 3 of 3 on a Friday night at the 86th Annual Tipton Tournament. And this matchup,
we'll be back with the boys' action in just a moment.
Game.
You're listening to KS.
Consolation game on the boys' side of the bracket. It'll be the Versailles Tigers and the Marshall Owls. And this should be a fun one. The Tigers picked up their first win of the season in their last matchup. So that's terrible. I'm drawing such blanks this week. Who'd they beat? They beat somebody.
Bloomfield.
New Bloomfield?
Was it?
No, that's not right. That's
Tipton.
They beat Tipton. That's right.
There you go.
It was a team. I was correct. I thought that was the case, but I wasn't sure. So, yes, they beat Tipton to make it to this consolation game. Tigers trying to get win number 2 of the Coach Espinoza era. And the Tigers have steadily been improving on some things. And the biggest thing that stood out to me was there was starting to become more of a group effort. I mean, Reese Murdoch played excellent in the first game with 27. He had 25 in the second game. He's got to be on that all-tournament team list, I would think.
You would think.
But you started seeing effort from other guys. TJ Schofield had a very good game. You were able to get a little bit of offense out of Braden Albrecht. And some other, and Timo shot the 3 very well.
Yeah.
But this matchup tonight is big for the Tigers as, like I say, getting that second win against a Marshall team that, as I look out there, they got a little size to them. A couple big boys down low.
And that big man, number 34, I remember he had some really good touch.
He did.
With that game we watched early in the tournament. He had some skills.
It's an athletic big man, I should say. By the way, this is the Winter Shelton Real Estate pregame show, part of our Martin Metal broadcast. And we're about 3.5 minutes away from the opening tip. I talked to Coach Espinoza a little bit today, and he was big on, hey, we played with great effort last game, and the turnovers were down a little bit. If we can keep the turnover numbers down and play with that same energy, then he thinks they got a pretty good chance going into this one. And that's, I feel like, is going to be the key to the season. High energy, low turnover.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of new faces on this Tiger team, so those turnovers, that's something you're always going to you need to kind of limit. So.
And I've tried telling him, the key to success is very simple. You got to give Ansel a corner, man. That's where they thrive.
Yeah, that's exactly. We'll just leave it at that.
We'll be back tomorrow, by the way, with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 games. 3 of those here on KS95, 1 on our sister station, Mix 92.7, as we will have the Eldon Lady Mustangs in the 3rd place game. We will have, I'm trying to think here, who else will we have?
Eldon and Boonville.
Eldon and Boonville boys in that 3rd place game. Then we'll have
Eldon
the
and
Tipton
Boonville girls.
That's what I meant to say. Eldon and Boonville girls. Eldon boys play tomorrow too, though.
Eldon in California.
That's the game I was thinking of, 3rd place game for the boys. Then in the girls championship, it is Tipton in California again for the 3rd consecutive year. And then on the boys side, it will be Camdenton and South Callaway in the championship game. Lots of games are going to be played.
Lots of games. Lots of good basketball.
But we're getting ready for another one, good one here. We're about 2 minutes away from the opening tip. We'll take a quick break, come back with your starting lineups. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Burger's Specialty Foods is proud to be a part of the Tipton Tournament, and they'd like to wish all the teams and players the best of luck. Coaches, if you want to get that extra winning edge, start your team's day with Burger's Smokehouse brand award-winning ham, summer sausages, and country bacon. For all you listening on the radio, if you're thinking about a new career, Burger's Specialty Foods is always looking for fun, energetic folks to join their team. Apply in person weekdays 8 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. on Highway 87 in California.
Hi, I'm Brandon, and welcome to Gladstone Cove Boat Trailer Sales. Do you need a trailer to get your boat out of the water? Maybe just a replacement trailer. Or considering selling your boat and you know a trailer will help get it done. We carry 11 lines of high-quality boat trailers, and if we don't have what you need, we also build our very own line of custom aluminum boat trailers. Thanks to everyone that's been by or just heard of us and gave us a referral. From my family to yours, we can't thank you enough.
Well, it's about game time for Sales and Marshall. I'm sorry, I almost did it.
You're never going to get that, are you?
I don't know why I am so bound and determined that Moberly is suddenly in this tournament. No reason for me to be thinking about Moberly, nothing to do with them. It's just they are apparently on my mind tonight. Can't help but notice the coaching staff for the Versailles boys all decked out in the black on black. They always match so well.
Yeah, good-looking dudes, man.
And Ryan Pryor.
And Ryan Pryor, the old guy.
I say that with love.
Silver Fox.
Oh, Ryan, that's like I said, you want to talk basketball with somebody, talk basketball with Ryan. He knows his stuff. But this is going to be a fun matchup tonight. We once again, of course, didn't get to talk to the Marshall head coach because we were doing 2 other games prior to this. So we'll try to get the starting lineups as they come out. But starting for the Versailles Tigers, well, Jason, I'll let you take the starters for Versailles.
See what we got here. We have big senior Reese Murdoch, number 2. Braden Albrecht coming out, number 3. Ben Peck, number 12. Number 20, Dalton Raza coming back. And big Timo Morrison, number 24.
I'll give you credit. You have got Timo to stick. I can't even call him Tyler Morrison anymore. It just comes out as Timo. Starting for the home team on the scoreboard in the home whites, the Marshall Owls. Number 2, Deacon Aarons, a senior guard. Number 4, Chase Thomas, junior guard. Number 12, Kane McKesney, a sophomore guard. Number 24, Angel Aguirre, a sophomore. And number 34, Brody Kuker, the junior. Oh, yes. Now that we've said that out loud, Kuker was a beast down low.
Yeah, he's got some skills for a big kid, man.
Be interesting to see what the Tigers' game plan is with Kuker.
Put Timo on him and bang him around.
I mean, Kuker's tall. Like I said, standing next to Reese, I stand by my 6'6" comment. I think he is.
He can jump. He's big. He was deceptively fast, I thought. He's a big kid, nothing against him, but I thought he might be a little slower. But he's got great footwork, what I remember that first game.
So it'll be Murdoch versus Kuker. After we get everybody's jerseys tucked in, we're ready to go. Opening tip controlled. Reese won the tip, and he somehow gets the ball back. Murdoch looking to attack, splits the defense, goes to Timo on the left wing. Nothing there, gives it to Murdoch, sets a bit of a moving screen. Murdoch splits the defense, goes right at Kuker. Scoop shot won't fall. I like the take, though, by Reese.
Yeah, great take, great aggression.
Racing the other way, layup up and good. Quick action and a good result. It's a layup good for Deacon Aarons.
Tigers got to take that ball.
Murdoch over to Albrecht. Corner that is Peck. Timo at the top of the key, hands it off to Albrecht. Albrecht on the drive, it's taken away. Peck back with it. Timo, he's left open from 3. Halfway down, wouldn't go. Peck tried to tip it up and in, but it's kept alive after it's touched out of bounds last by Marshall.
I've never seen a set of rims where balls have went halfway down literally this whole week.
These rims are tight.
My Lord.
Inbounds is to Murdoch at the free throw line. Gives it to Albrecht. Albrecht's got a driving lane. Spin move, hangs in the air, double clutch, won't go. Board controlled by Thomas of the Owls.
Take ball.
Marshall on offense. Straight man defense. Look at the battle down low. Kuker and Timo.
2 big bodies.
Yeah, there's nothing pretty about it. That's lineman on lineman. The 3 won't go, and Timo does a great job just boxing Kuker all the way out under the rim. Murdoch, quick crossover, loses it, gets it back, and is fouled on the shot.
That's athletic. I don't care if he didn't make it or not. That's an athletic move right there.
He almost lobbed himself for a layup.
He faked everybody out. Yeah, almost alley-ooped himself. Just to have the presence of mind to get the ball in midair and shoot it again.
So Murdoch will go to the free throw line. First one's up and good.
Call me crazy, but I think Reese has been shooting a lot better at the free throw line than he did last year.
He has been. He's just been shooting better in general.
Yeah.
Second free throw for Murdoch is up and good as well. We're tied at 2 apiece early in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter of action. Full court man pressure from the Tigers. And I tell you what, Deacon Aarons does a good job of that stop-go motion to get the defense on his back. Kuker whips it. Wing 3 lined up. It's long. Albrecht the board. Tiger defense gets the stop. Braden, a quick crossover. Finds Reese on the wing. Uses the Albrecht screen. Splits 2 people. Loses his balance. Still keeps the dribble. Finds Timo, who gives it back to Reese. Reese being guarded by Chase Thomas. Goes to Peck on the right wing. Back up to Albrecht. Albrecht attacks. Backs down to the free throw line. Makes space. Has a strip, though. Picked up by Kuker. Owls trying to run. Peck knocks it loose. Still on the floor. Murdoch somehow has it. Gets it to Timo. Tigers going to reset. This is going to be a physical game.
Yes, it is.
Morrison gives it to Albrecht. He squares up and whips it to Peck. A right wing under 6 minutes of play, tied 2 apiece. Peck picks up his dribble and finds Albrecht on the right corner. Nearly loses the ball out of bounds, looking for Murdoch on the cut. Murdoch makes space, splits two defenders, draws the contact.
He is just banging.
I don't know what got said to Reese before the game, but Reese is looking to score every time he touches the ball.
Yeah, I like it. And he should.
If there's ever a game we might see Murdoch actually try to jam one, it might be this one.
Well, there's no secrets. Everything on this team, it's going through Reese this year.
Third free throw of the game, third made basket as the Tigers have their first lead of the evening, 3-2. Subs in for Versailles as TJ, Bertelli, and Rowan Allen check in.
And expect things to get a little bit more physical with TJ and Rowan in there now.
Second free throw good as well. I also think Bertelli's played very well.
Bertelli is very active with his hands. He does a great job.
Shot fake gets TJ in the air, but he recovers quickly. This Tiger press slowing down Marshall a little bit. Marshall into the front court on the drive, hanging in there, makes pass to the corner. Three, top of the key, lined up. Off back iron won't go. Murdoch the board. He wants to run. Tried to fire ahead to TJ. Instead, he threw it to, I believe that was...
Rowan Allen.
Somebody on the first row.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out who all's sitting down there in the... I believe Mr. Merritt was open in the bleachers. Nonetheless, ball back to the Owls. 5:14 to play in the Carpenter Gunther Lumber Company first quarter. It's a 4-2 Tiger lead. Kuker with the screen. But good help defense from Morrison. A three, though, top of the key, halfway down, wouldn't go. And Timo is working.
Timo.
That man is bodying Kuker. And, I mean, Kuker's 6'6", and I bet he's a good 210, 220. Murdoch with it to Timo at the top. Timo needs a guard, and he finds it in the way of Bertelli. Inside, making space, gives it to Reese. Reese a hesitation at the free throw line, skips it out to Timo. Kuker out on him.
Nice look.
Feeds inside Allen. What a move. Up and under, and he's fouled on the shot. Oh, that's what you want to see out of Rowan Allen.
Yeah, Rowan working hard.
So Rowan will shoot two with the Christmas edition kicks on.
He's got the mismatched shoes.
I wonder if he buys them like that or if he buys two pairs of shoes and just...
He buys them like that. My guess is he says, I wear mismatched shoes because I'm a mismatch for the defender.
There you go. Look at that.
Second free throw for Allen.
Is that a groan, Britt?
Yeah, I was
I heard
pain
your
in my
groan.
ears.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't say cash man, so get off my back.
Because there's not one.
Cash man.
Oh.
And TJ tried to foul, but they wouldn't call it. Three from the wing for Marshall won't go. Bertelli the board.
That's what Bertelli's been doing best right there.
Bertelli will bring it up. Fires ahead to Allen. Thought about the three. Instead gets inside. Spin move. Up under again. Fights for space. Shot
nice
halfway
take.
down. Rowan keeps it alive. It's tipped out to Bertelli, who hits the floor. Finally controlled by Marshall.
I like the take.
Kuker on the fast break. It's knocked loose by Reese. Kuker goes to the ground and somehow winds up with Schofield. He fires ahead to Bertelli. Bertelli going to slow it down a bit, and I think that was good for the Tigers.
Yeah, these Tigers like to get out and run.
TJ spin. Gives it to Reese on the baseline. Makes some space. Fires it up top to Morrison.
Oh,
yeah. Morrison just dribbled that one a little hard, and it's going to be a carry. Ball back to the Owls.
I like the effort, though, man. Everybody's working. Both these teams playing hard right now. This is good physical basketball.
Speaking of good physical basketball, you can see Kylie Ritchie and Brooke Anderson looking on after a big
Yeah.
Luck.
She will not put on a headset, though. Just breaks my heart. Marshall on the attack. Skips. Opposite corner. Wing three. Gives it up. Driving inside. Good defense by Allen. Good help by Bertelli. It's stripped and Allen has it. Tiger defense is solid right now.
Yeah.
3:20 to play, and they've held Marshall to 2. Murdoch on the attack. Fires it to Bertelli in the corner. Head fake. Gets inside.
Nice
working
take.
against Kuker. And layup just wouldn't fall. I think having Kuker there was kind of in the back of Bertelli's mind. Marshall lines up a corner three. It's left short, but Murdoch the board. Murdoch one-on-one on the fast break. He goes behind the back. Spin move up on the left side. It comes out, but it's kept alive by Albrecht, who puts it up and in.
Nice follow-up.
Even though the shot didn't go, I still say that starts with Reese
that was
being
pretty.
that aggressive.
That was pretty.
Reese is starting to look like what we thought Reese was going to look like.
Yeah.
And a take the other way from Marshall, count it, and a foul.
You got to get back on defense now.
Yeah, Tigers got caught napping on that fast break.
Yeah, you don't want to put all that effort in and then give up an easy one like that.
Back into the game, Ben Peck and Dalton Reza.
Good minutes right there from Bertelli and Rowan Allen.
Oh, absolutely. Tigers got a nice rotation going right now. And a three-point opportunity for Chase Thomas. And it's good. So the lead at 3, 8-5. Versailles leads Marshall with 2:45 to go in the Carpenter-Gunther Lumber quarter of action. Murdoch hits the over. Justin Speeds goes to Schoolfield. Uses the Murdoch screen. Schoolfield trying to get inside. Long steps. Flips it out to Peck. Peck in the corner. Makes some space. Was trying to feed Schoolfield, but it's picked off. On the run out is Johnson and his layup up and in.
Tigers got to answer here.
Excuse me, that was Aaron's once again.
He had a big game the other night.
Lead at 1. Murdoch hits the crossover. Goes baseline, resets. He's being guarded by Aguirre. Goes to Peck. Peck to the free throw line, creates some space for Reza. Reza lines up a 3. Halfway down, wouldn't go. Good look, just couldn't connect. Now ahead to Kuker on the right side. He has to pick up the dribble. Murdoch tips it, trying to run it down. He's knocked off the ball out of bounds, and we're going to say it's white ball.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Murdoch kind of thought he was shoved on the run out, but play on. They're letting him be physical. Speaking of physical, Morrison going to come in for Reese. I think they might need to check his elbow. He might be bleeding. Under 2 minutes left in this first quarter. It's been a great game early. Aaron single-handedly breaking down that press. Aguirre trying to drive, leading with a bit of a stiff arm. Play on. Long steps, long strides, scoop shot up, and good. And just like that, Marshall has their first lead of the game, 9-8.
You don't want Aaron's getting off. He got hot the other night.
He's quick.
Albrecht being patient, goes to Reyes on the right wing. A skip pass. Schoolfield in the corner. Doesn't want the shot. Spins, tries to go baseline. It's taken away. He needs help. He was looking for the cutter, but kind of threw a rocket there, and it winds up out of bounds. So, Murdoch, I hope you enjoyed that 7-second break you got, because that's probably all you're getting.
Yeah, I don't think it was ever supposed to be very long.
Reese comes back into the game. On the floor for the Tigers, Albrecht, Murdoch, Peck, Morrison, and Schoolfield. Screen by Kuker for Aarons. Albrecht jumps out on him. Peck applying the pressure. They go to Kuker high post. Aguirre, head and shoulder fake. Murdoch there to take it away. They fire to Kuker. He gets position. Spin, move off the glass. Shot won't go, and Timo the board. Timo is making Kuker work for everything right now. Timo left open from 3. Never leave a shooter. And it falls.
Oh, man.
What did I tell you? You don't leave a shooter. The kid's Kyle Korver 2.0 out here. Aguirre with the ball. Tigers lead by 2. 40 seconds remaining. Tries to drive. Great defense by Peck. Timo and Kuker are absolutely battling down low. Shot won't go. Murdoch the board, and he's fouled.
Yeah, you got to give Timo a lot of credit, man. He's a big boy, but he's playing a kid that's 6 inches taller than him right now, and he is just muscling him.
Timo's a running back, but by name only. Timo's a lineman that y'all let carry the football.
He's a lineman that Coach D gave the ball to, and they will never get him back. So once you hand them that ball, man, they never come back to the line.
Albrecht, Schoolfield. They get Murdoch the ball on the cut. It's bobbled, and he comes out to the corner. He's got Kuker on him. Skips it to Timo. Little space at 3. Doesn't want to pull the trigger, though. Trying to find Reese, and he does so. 14 seconds to play. Reese squares up with Kuger. Hits the crossover. Free throw line. Makes some space for Timo. Launches a 3 off the back iron. Wouldn't go. Good look. 5 seconds left. Marshall trying to get a shot off before the quarter ends. Aguirre steps into one. Doesn't want it. Cradles it. Gives it up. No shot for Marshall. So that's how the first quarter ends. A back-and-forth battle. It's 11-9 after 1. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Since 1944, Carpenter-Gunther Lumber Company, Morgan County's only locally owned lumber yard, has been providing the area with quality building materials needed for its building, remodeling, and repair projects. Because customer care is Carpenter-Gunther's #1 goal, your project is always their priority. They take as much pride in your project as you do. Reach them at 378-4433 Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 4:30, and 8 to noon on Saturday. Carpenter-Gunther, where they put the home and hometown business.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated, full-service, independent community bank, serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank, N.A., is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
And, well, sorry, I was checking on somebody. I want to send some thoughts and prayers out to one of our favorite players we ever covered, Miss Myra Class, as she had her knee surgery today.
Oh, how'd it go?
Sounds like good. So she's in the recovery process. So, thoughts and prayers up for Myra, of course.
That is one girl that she's without a doubt one of the famous, or my favorite basketball players to ever watch play this game.
She's one of the best basketball players I ever watched play the game. As we move into the H&R block of Versailles' second quarter of action, Versailles leads by 2, 11-9 over Marshall. Marshall with the ball. Straight man defense from the Tigers. That's been their calling card. Man, Timo and Kuker are fighting for every inch down there. Timo not backing down. I don't care if there is a 6-inch difference.
And he's held him. I don't think he's held him scoreless so far.
And every time Kuker gets the back pin, it's pushed off, and it's a steal. Peck has it on the run out. In the middle of the floor, he's going to have to find some help, and he does so in the hands of Bertelli, and they find Murdoch in the short corner. He goes to Bertelli on the drive to the basket. It was contested. Shot wouldn't fall. Marshall the board. Murdoch goes for the steal and can't get it. Marshall has the numbers. If they go quick, Bertelli recovers to contest. 3 on the way, knocked down. That's a tough shot.
Yeah, Aarons can shoot. You got to stay on him. And Bertelli was on him.
Marshall leads 12-11. This is the H&R block of Versailles' second quarter. Murdoch back in the corner, sets a screen for him. Peck looks to drive. It's taken away. He needs help, and he finds Reese. Reese squares up, hits the crossover, spin move, makes space, rides up, and he's fouled by Kuker. I like it.
I do too. I keep taking it at him.
Aggressive and went right at the big man. So Murdoch will go back to the free throw line where he's 4 for 4 on the night. And because I said that, he misses one.
And there you go.
I have that effect on people. Second free throw coming up for Reese. He could tie this game with a made free throw here, but he chooses not to keep the game more exciting. 12-11 is the Marshall lead. Left wing, good closeout, Albrecht going to the block. Timo on the defensively. Kuker's shot is strong. I'm
doing a great job at defense.
Kuker does not look comfortable against Timo. Albrecht lane to the basket. Ooh, near travel play on. Murdoch catches corner 3. It's short in the hands of Marshall. Tigers offense has looked a bit forced lately.
Yeah, we're settling too much.
Ball tipped out of bounds. They'll say last touch by Peck.
I'd like to see us run a little offense and just get something in. We've only got 2 field goals in this whole game. Jeez. It's a lot of free throws is what our score is.
There's been a lot of running and a lot of defense. Quick trigger 3 on the inbounds. Won't go. Murdoch there to catch the board. He fires it ahead. Peck unable to run it down. Glad he's all right. He carried that momentum into the wall.
Yeah.
But
now we got basketballs rolling everywhere.
That's what happens when the Tigers come to town.
Yeah.
Jacob Vansel, TJ Schoolfield check into the game. Somebody else came in. Rowan Allen will check in for Timo, Bertelli, and Albrecht. So Rowan Allen going to duel with Kuker now.
Yeah, and he can do it. He may not have the size that Timo does, but I'll tell you what, Rowan, he can play very physical when he wants to.
Look at the defense by Peck. Now Aguirre with Murdoch on him. A 3 from the wing for Marshall, up and good. They are shooting well from downtown right now. Reese into the front court. Makes space against Aguirre. Feeds Peck. 3 on the way. Won't go. Kuker the board. So the difference in this game right now, Marshall's hitting threes that Versailles is not. Attacking the basket. Layup won't go. Offensive board put up and in. Marshall's on a run. Coach Espinoza's seen enough. He wants the timeout, and he'll take the Nicky Ragsdale Remax Upset Elliott timeout to talk it over. 5:27 to go in the H&R block of Versailles' second quarter. 17-11 is the Marshall lead. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Ozark Regional Insurance, an independent insurance agency, combines friendly customer service with quality insurance products, including home, auto, life, health, business, farm, and recreational vehicle insurance. Owned by Phil Hilty, Ozark Regional Insurance services the Lake and Central Missouri. For a quote, visit them in Tipton at 309 U.S. Highway 50 West or call 660-433-0108. And Megan Randall, manager in Versailles at 609 West Newton or call 378-6081.
So the Tiger offense has really slowed down these last few minutes. They find themselves trailing by 6. Jason, what's changed for the Tigers?
Well, we're just not hitting. We're not hitting shots. A lot of our points came from the free throw line, and we've just got to find a way to get the ball in the hole. We're not looking real comfortable on the offensive end right now, and credit to Marshall for that.
Marshall knocking down some threes, and honestly, that is the difference in the game right
that's
now.
a big difference right now. They're getting hot.
Still a lot of game left, just a 6-point lead for Marshall. Rowan Allen has it at the top of the key. Kuker giving him a lot of space. Allen was looking for Albrecht. It's knocked loose out to Schofield. High arching three, halfway down. Rebound tipped around and controlled by Marshall. Not a bad look for TJ, just couldn't connect. In the left corner, Marshall, they're looking for Kuker down low. A good double by TJ.
Yeah, he got there just a little bit late.
They're actually going to get Rowan for the shove from behind.
Oh, they got Rowan on that one? Well, he did, didn't they?
Just Rowan's first and the team's first. Marshall inbound into their own basket. Boy, they're really fighting to get Kuker space. Allen is trying his darndest to hold him off the block. And what they say, a double dribble going to be called on Marshall. So
I think so.
Here's the thing. I'm not taking a shot at Rowan, but I'm going to say, Rowan, you just need him to hold his own while you get Timo some rest.
Yeah, you just got to let Timo get a little breath.
I mean, Rowan's a great athlete. It's just size is size. Reese looking to a drive. Aguirre takes it away. He goes to Albrecht. He'll set the screen. That is Reese. Little pick and roll action. Now Peck has it. Needs help. Comes in the way of TJ. TJ on the attack. Jump stop. Goes up with it, but they're going to call a travel.
A lot of unforced errors here.
That has been a problem for the Tigers in this one. Marshall regains possession with 4:30 to go in the H&R Block Versailles second quarter. Marshall racing into the front court. Thought about another three. Albrecht runs him off the line. But a three left open won't go. Albrecht the board. Tigers looking to run. They really just need to see a basket at this point.
Yeah, just got to get something in.
Allen, they give him space. He launches the high arching three. Won't go. Offensive board. Peck somehow gets it to Rowan. Fights through the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Rowan likes that physical basketball. He can be physical.
Can you explain to me how Ben Peck just pulled down that board amongst a bunch of 6'2", 6'3" guys?
He went up there and got it, though, didn't he? Ben's all heart, man.
And the first free throw rattles in for Allen. Second free throw up and good as well.
8 of these Tiger points have come off free throws tonight.
I believe we're getting an assist. I think Justin just texted me and told me that he talked to Kylie and is trying to get Kylie to come up and talk to us at halftime.
Will she do it?
That's still the question that he doesn't know either. And they're trying to go to Kuger. The pass is tipped by Albrecht, winds up in the hands of Murdoch. Tigers trail by 4 with the ball. Reese racing, going through contact, has it knocked loose. He saves it. Back to Peck. Morrison left open, but his toes are on the line, so he doesn't want the shot. He says, no, I only take 3. They're worth more than 2. Albrecht drives, creating space. He's got the size mismatch, gives it up to Bertelli. Over to Morrison. He'll launch this one. Off front iron, won't go. Rebound, Marshall. Once again, Tigers getting looks, just not necessarily comfortable looks.
Yeah, we just don't look comfortable. Yeah.
Hand check going to be called on Albrecht. Just the team's second. I tell you what, the Kuker-Morrison battle continues down low. What's wild is neither guy really looks tired.
No, but I don't think Kuker scored yet. So and the other night, he looked good.
Oh, yeah, he was dominant.
So Timo is definitely taking care of business right now.
It's a down screen. This offense runs through Aaron's right now.
They're going at it.
They're sliding all over the floor.
And Kuker gets position, but is harassed on the rebound. They'll call it on the floor. So one of the few times he's been able to get by and even get a board. Yeah, Timo it's a battle of who can get lower right now.
Whoever's shoes have got the best grip, because, I mean, it's
like you got 2 four-wheel drive trucks trying to pull each other down there. 3 minutes to go, 4-point game. Marshall being very patient offensively. Mainly because the Tigers aren't giving them a lot of room.
The Tigers aren't giving them that room for those 3-pointers right now.
Gamble defensively, not there for Versailles, so they reset. Vertelli tried to jump the passing lane. Murdoch now applying the defense on Thomas. Aarons gets it on the right side, calls out play 1. We'll pick and roll with Kuker. Kick to the top of the key. Thomas left open from 3. It's off the iron and out of bounds. Well, now we know what play 1 is.
We know what play 1 is. It's that. There's Kylie, and she's not even going to look at it.
No, she's going to pretend we don't exist. That's fine. That's probably a smart strategy on her part. Timo gives it to Peck. He needs to find a guard. He does so. Winds up in the hands of Reese on the right wing. He calls for a screen from Timo. Timo sets it. Reese drives baseline. He's got space. He's fouled.
Got to have
no
a
whistle.
foul call at some point here.
And they're tangled up and on the floor and still nothing. Murdoch a little slow to get up. Racing the other way, creating contact. No call. Board kept alive and put in by Kuker. I mean, we're just not going to call fouls right now, man.
Yeah.
19-13 is the Marshall lead. Albrecht makes space, gives it up to Timo. He didn't want the 3. He gives it back to Braden. Braden drives, loses it. It's stolen by Marshall. They want to run. Numbers on the run out. Reese gets back, tries to poke it loose. Shot won't go. Tipped around. Marshall with the offensive board. Top of the key, works it over to Aguirre. He'll try a 3. Off the back iron, won't go. Kuker the long board. Back to Aguirre. 1:24 to play, and it's a 6-point game, but points have been at a premium. And a switch, as now Timo is left out on Aarons. He hits the crossover, steps to a mid-range jumper, won't go. But Kuker inside.
That's a travel.
Interesting. Oh, they're going to call a shooting foul. And
Yeah, it doesn't.
somehow they're going to put that on Timo.
That's his second.
So Kuker will go to the line for 2. So free throw is good.
I think Timo has done a great job. You know, I've played sports all my life. You guys have obviously played sports. It's a fine definition and a great picture to put with adversity. He's fighting through it, and I think he's doing a very good job of showing that he can play with it.
Second free throw won't go. So 20-13, 7-point lead, 1:05 to go. Reese has got a 1-on-1, so he hits the crossover, steps back, trying to get space, gives it up. Allen open from 3, halfway down again. Somehow Bertelli another board. It's taken away by Marshall. Bertelli on the floor now, still loose. Who's going to get it? Marshall has it. And Marshall has numbers on the run out. Murdoch back, meets it at the glass, the block, but it's tipped out of bounds by Peck.
If you like action, this is your game.
Oh, Coach O watching or listening or something right now. Coach O, Jason and I need to talk to you very soon. We've planned something we haven't told you about.
Yes.
Inbounds, Aguirre was left unguarded. He gets the lay-in, and the Tigers have not been able to score this quarter, and they now trail by 9.
We have 2 free throws, and that is it.
No field goals in the second. Can Murdoch change that? He works against Aguirre, gives it off to Allen. Allen's got Kuker on him. He gets inside, goes right, but he has a strip from behind, winds up in the hands of Marshall. Marshall on the run out. Thomas ahead of everyone. Layup up and good. This quarter has been a problem for Versailles. They need points any way they can with 12 seconds to go as they now trail by 11. Albrecht gets hand checked. And that will be foul number 3 on Marshall. The second on Thomas. Coach Espinoza calling out a play from the sideline. Jess will tell you later. I can't discuss it on air. Reese gives it to TJ in the corner. Allen, 3 seconds. Tigers got to get a shot. Allen attacks, goes for the reverse lay-in up and good.
Nice.
That's a tough make from Rowan Allen, but a much-needed basket as the Tigers cut it back to single digits, 24-15. Ivy halftime show's coming up. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Having the right person at the right time and place will make all the difference in the world for the better. Hi, I'm Jill Tobin at Pivotal Real Estate brokered by EXP. What makes us different is we can help you buy and sell property all over the state of Missouri. When it's time to make your pivotal decision, pick Pivotal Real Estate brokered by EXP, located at Highway 50, Tipton, Missouri. Check us out at pivotalreal.com.
Pivotal Realty in Tipton is a proud supporter of the Tipton Cardinals. Since 1882, the Bank of Versailles has been locally owned and operated. Lending decisions are made right here in our community by people who understand real estate in the area. The Bank of Versailles is your local home and farm loan specialist, offering knowledgeable staff and competitive fixed rates that are hard to beat. The Bank of Versailles, building relationships with the people in our local community for 142 years. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Jason Blankenship, owner of Jason Blankenship CPA LLC. As the year quickly draws to a close, it's time to start thinking about tax planning strategies for your farm and business. We are happy to meet with you and help you see where things stand for the year. We can also give you advice on ways to spend money to help you grow your business, all while maximizing your tax savings. No matter what your tax, payroll, or accounting needs are, Jason Blankenship CPA LLC has got you covered. Celebrating 10 years of service to the Central Missouri area and looking forward to many more, give us a call at 573-557-2417 or stop by and see us at 401 East North Street in Eldon.
Farmland Grocery LLC in Syracuse is a discount grocery store that carries surplus, bent and dense, seasonal, close-to-date foods, and dated foods. They get new items in every week, and products constantly change. They also sell food in bulk by the case for a discount. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5 and until 6 on Friday. Located directly north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery LLC on Facebook to stay up to date on new arrivals.
And we're back with the Hy-Vee halftime show after I click the right buttons. 24-15. I mean, the Tigers looked good in the first quarter, but something changed in the second, Jason, and it just seemed like the offense was non-existent for Versailles.
Well, I hate to say it, but I think free throws were probably what was keeping us in this thing a little bit. Colt, we've only got 3 baskets for the whole first half. And what troubles me is, other than Reese having 4 free throws, Reese hasn't scored a basket yet. Yeah, kind of, if you want to play the Versailles team, take Reese out of the game, make the other guys beat you. And that strategy's working right now because they're not letting Reese get anything.
No, they're
not at all.
They're teeing off on Reese. And I will say, Reese is looking to score. He is trying to get his way in there. But the problem is when you've got 2 to 3 guys taking it away from you, you can only do so much with it. Plus, they're letting them play physical. I'll put it like that.
They're letting them play physical. But as soon as he gets within 15, 20 feet of the hoop, he's got 2 or 3 of them all over him, and he's just not scoring. And we go if Reese goes. And if we don't go if Reese don't go.
Well, I think
now we ain't going. So.
Hear me out. You need more Morrison threes, man.
We need, Timo.
I'm on the Timo 3 train at this point. Let him fly.
Timo Albrecht and then Rowan there at the end, but that's your 3 field goals for the whole game.
And I wonder if maybe that's where the Tigers can look next. If you can find some offense out of Braden Albrecht, he's got a nice jump shot. If you can get him going, he might be a viable option. Or I don't know.
We need that number 2 guy to step up.
Bertelli's played well. He just hasn't really scored the rock. I don't know.
That's not really his game. His game is a lot more of the rebounds and pokes and steals and things like that.
Honestly, right now, the number 2 guy, the most potential I'm seeing is Rowan Allen. We saw him have a really nice move on the block with an up and under, and he's showing some signs of it. I think it's just going to take a moment for.
He's got a nice 3 ball. He's physical. He's not afraid to take it. I agree. He might be your number 2, but we sure need that number 2 to step up.
And mind you, it's early in the season. I really think this Tipton tournament's main purpose at this point is for, Tipton girls to see how many points they can score in a game and for everybody else to get a little bit better early in the season.
Yeah.
That's, seemed like a pretty accurate synopsis. Is she – okay, do you see this? I look over, Kylie's standing up, and I look over to ask if she's going to come down, and she very slowly sits down like she's hiding from a deer in the wild. I have never seen a girl that is so scared of a headset in my life. I don't think it's going to – are we going to get Ari instead?
Tell you what, Brooke wouldn't be bad.
I'll take anybody at this point. I just wanted to – the girls got a big win here early. I just really wanted to give credit where credit was due. But the problem is for a team, I've never seen people so scared of a headset before. And I think there's a chance Brooke Anderson might actually do it. And we'll see if that's the case. All right, we'll get her – just put on the headset. We're live on the air right now, Brooke. Trust me, it'll be a piece of cake. All right, we're joined now by guard for the Versailles Lady Tigers, Brooke Anderson. Brooke, big win for you girls tonight, 2-1 on the season. How'd you feel about your girls' performance?
I felt really good. I felt like we did a lot better on defense today. We were a lot more active. And on offense, I felt like we were passing more.
You guys moved well without the ball defensively. We're jumping lanes. And how about you? You got that 3-ball going early, even stepped into one and knocked it down in traffic. Is Coach Moon just giving you the green light, or is it kind of a feel of the game thing?
Well, I felt like after those couple of air balls, I was a little bit nervous, but then Coach Moon was just like, keep shooting, because when I'm open, he trusts me.
Now, you guys have a big roster, a lot of players. You were able to get some of the bench in. And I find it funny that when some of these girls check in, you guys seem more excited to see those girls score than when you score yourself.
I think it's just like the teamwork. We haven't had very much teamwork in the past, especially when we see Dakota Moore banging those free throws around when she's airballed a couple in the past, or when we see Reagan Wilson hit some of those layups. It's just pretty awesome for our team.
Also, we got to give love to Ari Jones as she's sitting down there. Ari is the first player I have ever seen go out there, get steals, and then eat Skittles on the bench at the same time. Is Ari's always snacking on the bench?
That's Ari's thing. She has Skittles every game. You can, and I mean, she shares them, so I don't mind it.
Is that where the energy comes from?
It might be. It's all that sugar.
Oh man, you guys got 3 games next week, but I mean, how's the team feeling right now? 2-1 this early in the season. That's kind of new for you guys.
Yeah, I think we feel pretty good. We're going to try to go, what's 3 + 2? 5-1 next week. IBR is going to be a tough game, but I think Cole Camp and Lakeway, we're looking pretty good.
All right. And, this is the first stint of the Andy Moon era. I'm going to give you a chance here. I don't know if Coach Moon's listening. How are we feeling about Coach Moon?
Oh, we love our Moon Pie. He's the best. He's the best we've had.
Moon Pie.
And Barry.
We love our Moon Pie and Barry. I did not expect that quote to be in here tonight. Brooke, any other thoughts on the team or the game we had?
No, I just think we have a great season going forward. It's just a start.
We're going to see you girls a lot this season and looking forward to more of it. And I have a job for you.
All right.
At some point this season, we're going to get a headset on Kylie Ritchie, and I'm putting it up to you to force her up here.
I'll get her up here for sure.
All right. We've heard it from Brooke Anderson. Great game tonight. Congratulations on the
Nice
win.
job,
All right.
girl. Good
Thank
job.
you, guys.
That is Brooke Anderson, a star guard for these Versailles Lady Tigers. She was fantastic. Great in the interview as well. See, she's a natural. I knew she would be. Jason, it's got to be a lot of... We're going to take the break because Jason thought that was a great time to start eating a cookie. So we'll take a break and come back with more of the Hy-Vee halftime show in a moment. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia has the experience and local expertise to assist in all your real estate transactions. From Sedalia to Tipton, even the lake and other surrounding areas, she's a leading agent in this market who knows what to expect and how to deliver. If you're ready to buy or sell, call your real estate expert, Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia at 660-620-7777 or call the office at 660-826-9911 and ask for Nikki. She's the key to your home buying and selling needs.
California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been making happy customers for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. They're your hometown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer and proudly serve the community and surrounding areas by offering new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as top-notch parts and service departments. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on West Buchanan Street in California wants you to be another happy customer.
Captain, the seas of the Ozarks are too rough. Me and the crew can't secure the screens and railings. They'll never be installed right. She ain't sturdy, Captain. Rest assured, you'll see calmer seas this winter. And have American Sun Control secure powder-coated railings and screens for shade, too. While the lake is calm this winter, let American Sun Control install your dock and deck screens and railings. Come in, call, and look them up online and Facebook. American Sun Control.
And we're back with the Hy-Vee halftime show, being harassed by Ari Jones at this point. Yeah. Ari was a little upset. She said she had 5 fouls to use, and she didn't use them all night, so she doesn't know what to do with those extras. So,
and she doesn't share.
Oh, Ari's actually coming on the broadcast now, too. Ari, hey, I wasn't talking about you at all, I promise.
That's a lie.
Hey, great job from your girls tonight. You guys are really getting after it. It looks like you're actually having fun out there right now.
It is a lot of fun playing with the girls that, I don't know, they give you a lot of support, and they're excited for you when you do.
The energy's top-notch. You guys are flying around the floor. You're 2-1. I mean, it's got to be a different feeling for you here in this year that you guys, it just seems like nothing but positivity from the Lady Tigers.
For sure. We definitely feel really proud of ourselves. We're very excited to continue the season and see how it goes.
Well, I promise I'm not going to get you and Brooke mixed up anymore, and we're going to see you guys very soon. I don't mean to cut this short, but we are going to get back to the game, but congrats on a big win tonight, Ari.
Thank you so much.
That is Ari Jones, absolute defensive nightmare. Seriously, you do not want to have her on you full court. As we move into the third quarter of action, American Sun control third quarter. Versailles with the first possession. They're down by 9, looking to find their offense. Timo gives it to Peck. Straight man being played by Marshall in the corner. Albrecht, he's got a 3 halfway down. How many shots have done that for Versailles tonight?
Lord, they're all half down and back out.
Since we were talking about the Ollisons, I'm sure I know Coach O never was a big fan of coming to Tipton. These matches were always physical, and it seemed like the home team always had the advantage here. But it's a steal by Versailles. They take it away from Marshall on the run out. Peck loses it briefly, picks it up, looking for a teammate. It's knocked out of bounds, last touched by Marshall. Yeah, the last few years, I mean, mind you, this is Marshall and Versailles playing, but when Tipton and Versailles would play up here, I swear it was always a dogfight.
Yeah, it didn't matter how good a team we had. Mike Beeman, Coach Beeman at the time, always had an answer for us.
With around Morrison on the left wing. He's been working against Kuker all night, and it has been a battle. Mid-range jumper from Murdoch, banked in.
Nice. Finally.
Somewhere he's saying, see, that's how we did it in my day.
Yeah.
We used bank shots. So lead down to 7, under 7 minutes to play. Aguirre picks it up at the free throw line, needs help. Goes outside to Aarons, who has really been the catalyst for this offense for Marshall. To Kuker, he's got Timo on him. Spin move, baby hook. I mean, that's just
sweet. That's a nice shot.
That's a big man with a soft touch. Timo's playing him well, but Kuker is a great ball player. Marshall uses the Timo screen. Or excuse me, not Marshall. Murdoch buries a 3. Reese Murdoch coming alive to start this third quarter, and the Tigers have drawn within 6. Full court pressure by Peck. And a quick trigger jumper won't go, and Peck the board. I mean, that's what the Tigers want.
Yeah, nice little run by the Tigers here.
My advice, find Murdoch. He's hot right now.
Right now he is.
Gets it at the logo, steps into another 3. Rattles around, almost falls, but goes to Kuker. I mean, if they're going to give him that much space, you got to let it fly.
Yeah. Somebody got to get back, though.
And racing the floor was Aarons, and he gets the lay-in. Murdoch tried to meet him at the rim, but a quick finish. And an 8-point lead now for Marshall.
Yeah, he's fast.
Bertelli inside. Out to Albrecht. Lines up a 3 and gets it. Tigers couldn't buy a bucket in the second quarter, and suddenly it's raining in the third.
I'll take it.
Lead is at 5. 5:30 to go in the American Sun control third quarter of action. Thomas fights inside, gives it to Aguirre in the corner. Man, Kuker working hard, but Morrison working harder. Top of the key is Aarons. Peck going to come out and meet him. They're going to call play 1. We saw this earlier. It's going to be a pick and roll with Kuker. They take away Kuker on the roll. 3, top of the key, knocked down.
Got to have a hand in his face.
Thomas is the shooter for this team. Head to Peck. Lead stands at 8. Morrison finds Reese. Reese has got Aguirre on him. Reese hits the crossover, gets inside, but they're going to call a hand check on Aguirre. I'll be honest, I think you could have called several of those in the first half.
Should have been about the 17th one.
You're not really going to rattle Murdoch, though, with that kind of physical play.
That's one thing about Reese. He stays at the same level all the time.
Rowan Allen checks into the game. So does TJ. As Peck and Bertelli will get a breather. I think Rowan Allen played well in the first half.
He has. Rowan has played well.
It's lobbed into Murdoch. Out to Morrison. Gives it back to Reese. Hesitation. Tries to drive. Thomas takes it away. TJ with it on that left wing. Spin move from TJ. Gets inside, but just loses it off his knee. Marshall with the ball on an 8-point lead. This is the consolation game of the 86th annual Tipton tournament. Aarons, free throw line, dishes it out to the corner. Ball lost into the backcourt, and that's going to be an over and back call. Turnover back to the Tigers. Said you're getting opportunities right now if you're Versailles, but you've got to capitalize on them.
We've got to capitalize. We've got to get the ball in the hole right here. Get this lead back to under 5.
Hey, Brett, give us a little more light on the picture.
Ooh.
Other way. There you go. Thank you.
Is that better?
Yep. Timo at the high post working against Kuker. Dishes it out to Allen in the corner. got Aaron's on him. TJ top of the key. Finds Albrecht. Little space. Uses the Timo screen. Inside against Kuker.
Nice move.
Hesitation and a finish from Albrecht. That's a welcome sight. Braden's got a lot of scoring ability, but I think he's still, trying to get comfortable with this varsity field. Racing the other way is Marshall. Thought about the three, but it's taken away. Working the ball around the outside. Thomas on the drive goes baseline, and foul going to be called on Rowan Allen. Just his first, just the team's first. We played over half of this third quarter. (31-25). It's inbounded to Thomas. And it's stolen by Murdoch. Murdoch gets the crossover on the run out. Long strides, nice laying up and good. And the Tigers have drawn within 4. Reese Murdoch taking over in this third quarter.
They must have had a really good inspirational talk out there in the locker room at halftime.
I would love to hear what Coach Breyer had to say. Left open, though. Corner three from Marshall is drained. Just defensive laps there from the Tigers.
You cannot sleep on this Marshall team.
Lead back at 7. Reese inside. Loses his balance. Yeah, knocked off the ball pretty hard. Play on. Back to Reese. He's hit again. Reese kind of looking around like, dude, they are beating the snot out of me tonight.
I don't know what the deal. I guess he's probably getting a little idea what Ryder went through last year.
Something similar.
When you're the man.
Reese crossover inside. Just goes up strong. No
Nice
whistle. Rowan the board, and he is fouled.
Rowan Allen working hard.
Reese is like, man, I'm glad we're shooting free throws, but come on. How come I can't get those? But good job by Rowan filling that space on the backside and being there for the offensive board.
Rowan's, well, I'm not even going to say it. I don't want to jinx it.
That is 3 fouls for Chase Thomas.
That's a nice sight.
Allen's first free throw up and in. Tigers draw back within 6, 34-28 with 2:53 to play in the American Sun Control third quarter of action. Second free throw for Rowan. It's short, but he gets his own miss. Porter, Albrecht, 3 off the back iron, won't go. Murdoch, strong fight for the board. He's knocked off the ball, and they'll give it back to Marshall. So the lead stays at 6. Marshall with the inbounds. Versailles looking to trap on the press. It's into Aarons. He races into the front court.
Aarons is fast.
Hesitation and a lane to the basket. No help defense by the Tigers. That's just too easy.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. That'll be 4.
Reese drives and draws the fourth on Thomas, and Thomas may want to be careful. Yell at the refs too much. They tend to not like it.
They tend to, yeah.
So, yes, that will be 4. Thomas will go to the bench. He's really been the sharpshooter for this Marshall squad.
If you're Versailles, you need to take advantage of this right now.
Lobbed into Timo. Reese gets post position. He is hacked. My goodness. Albrecht gets it.
I don't understand.
I think Reese must have said something to the officials before this game. That's, wow. Reese is battling down low. And they're finally going to call that one as Reese saw the size advantage and was absolutely fighting with Aarons. And foul going to be called. That'll be the 4th foul on Marshall. The 2nd on Aarons.
I like to see him going at it like this.
Reese is a little fired up and playing aggressive right now. He lobs into the Timo, trying to post on Aarons again. He's got the size advantage down there. It's just a matter of if the Tigers can get him the ball as he pulls back out to the wing. TJ drives. Long's jump. Good.
Nice job, TJ.
Good jump stop and a good finish. And the Tigers, once again, back within 6, 36-30 with under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Somebody better take him.
And Marshall throws it out of bounds. So Versailles has cut the lead back down to 6. Looking to do more damage here. Morrison at the high post, gives it to Albrecht. He drives, jump stop, left side, just couldn't finish the layup. It was a good look, though, for Braden.
Man, that was a great look.
Versailles looks like the more aggressive team the last few minutes. Marshall has had an answer, though, for every Versailles run. Will they have another? Kuker gives it up from the high post. Outside is Ahrens. Skip pass. On the wing, boy, I mean...
Timo is getting after it.
And he's getting some help from Albrecht now. TJ applying the defense. Aaron's going to step out with it.
That's got to be a foul on.
What was the...
Oh.
A foul away from the ball. Is it going to go on Schoolfield?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that call, but
I didn't even see what
it doesn't really
so
matter what I think.
You're one step better than me. Inbounds by Marshall. They're going to be patient here. Murdoch there defensively. They are really trying to get Kuker the ball in the post, but, I mean, Timo is not letting him get position. Pick and roll action. And little elbow thrown there.
Throwing an elbow.
And now a three after it follows from Ahrens, and Murdoch has the board. Now, I will say he threw an elbow into Murdoch. Murdoch didn't even notice it. Albrecht on the wing. Drives, gives it to Reese. Reese is going to pull a three. Off the back iron wouldn't go. Still like the look from Murdoch. You get the vibe that Reese Murdoch has kind of gotten into the head and under the skin of a few of these Marshall players. And you're not going to get into Reese's head. I'm not even sure Reese is in his own head. Ahrens pulls it out. Allen on him. 15 seconds to go. Reese applying the pressure. 10 seconds to go. Marshall wants the last shot. The drive, layup, up and good. That was textbook. 4 seconds to go. Tiger's going to have to heave it. I don't even know if they recognize the clock. Reese gets the shot up from deep, and it falls short. So a late bucket pushes the lead back to 8. We've got 1 quarter to play. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler warranty center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831.
Timberline Real Estate Team, powered by Real Broker LLC, is there 24/7 to assist you with your home buying and selling needs from start to finish. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, they're dedicated to providing personalized and professional service every step of the way. From house to home and listing to sold, Timberline Real Estate is your real estate team. Call Tricia today at 573-690-2302 or Chris at 573-821-3988.
We've got 1 quarter to play as we enter the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action is an 8-point lead. Oh, this cracks me up. First possession goes to Marshall. Once again, they lead by 8. Do the Tigers have a comeback in them? Reese gambles a little bit. And a mid-range jumper pulled up won't go. Albrecht the strong board. And Reese is there on the outlet. Rises up back to his receiver day. Spin move. Makes space. Layup up and good. What?
All right.
They call a travel on Murdoch, which is weird because he got fouled 46 times in the third quarter and didn't get any of those calls. So, all right. Marshall with the ball and an 8-point lead. Once again, the battle down low makes this whole game worth watching.
Yeah.
They're trying to feed Kuker. Once again, good help by Albrecht. Morrison is fighting for positioning with Kuker, and Albrecht comes with help. Kuker now has it at the top of the key. He'll try a set shot 3. It's short. Rebound on the floor, still loose. Timo has it, and a timeout by Coach Espy. And they'll give it to him. Good job running in to get that away by Wyatt. We'll hold it here. I still can't get over that travel. It looked like a good spin move.
The travel, the thrown elbow. I just don't understand.
The elbow to the rib cage is a problem.
I mean, that's right in front of the official, not even hiding it.
Yeah, that's the. But and I will give Reese's props. The kid never shows a lick of emotion after any of the calls.
No, but the thing is, there's a few of those boys that do, and I know it's frustrating to them.
Nonetheless, Versailles still very much in this game.
Nobody wants to see their main player just beat on like a drum.
Well, here's the thing. I can tell you right now, I don't think Reese is going to get another break in this game.
No, he better get his drink now because it's done. He's in.
So Versailles with the ball. 8-point deficit. Can they make it up here in this consolation matchup with a very physical Marshall squad? Reese to Albrecht. Uses the Timo screen, dives to the post. He's trying to get the matchup with Aarons down there. Aarons is quick, but Reese is bigger and stronger. Timo to the right side. He needs to find a guard. He does so with TJ. TJ gets inside, gives it up to Allen. Allen a crossover, fighting for position, gets inside through the contact.
Nice take.
That's a tough shot and a tough make for Rowan Allen. As we talked about at halftime, Rowan's really growing into that number 2 role.
He is growing into it without a doubt. Stepping up.
Lead back at 6. Pass fumbled. Murdoch there defensively, applying all kinds of pressure. Worked around TJ. Gambled for, that's a travel.
That's a travel.
Okay.
Not tonight, it's not, guys.
On the outside, splitting 2 defenders. It's taken away, but I thought it was taken away. Marshall keeps it alive. This is a very frantic possession right now for the Owls. Which is weird because I've never seen a frantic owl in my life. I've seen a confused owl. They're always just asking who. Who?
That's
I'm tired, guys. This is what you
Do
get.
you need like a button over there and this like
Ooh, I could add
like
that.
a joke?
like a little sound effects
Yeah.
button.
I could add that back at the station.
Like a hand, like with a hand clapping
Yeah.
one or the laughing one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that. You know, I don't need other people laughing at my jokes if I put a little sounder in. That's a great idea, Brett.
Oh,
So
goodness.
38-32.
Oh, shoot, I shouldn't have said nothing.
I really, truly think that the Tigers have been the more aggressive team for the last probably 6 minutes of gameplay. And you can see it there. Marshall, I mean, they were close to losing that ball multiple times in that last series.
Yeah, and with everything that's went on, we're down 6. That's all we're down here. You know, we still got a good chance here. Just got to keep fighting. This game's going to be ugly.
What,
I'll tell you, I think it's going to get more physical as we get closer to the end here.
What grade is Rowan Allen?
Rowan is sophomore.
Wow. But that sophomore is making strides. I mean,
Oh, yeah, he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Rowan's a pretty big kid. I don't know what he is, 6'1" or so down there, but Rowan knows how to use his size, and he takes contact well.
Rowan's he's a very aggressive kid, especially if you get him a little angry, he'll rise up. He'll bang around with you. That's what I like about it. This is actually a good game for him.
Once again, 38-32 is the Marshall lead. They have the ball. Ball fumbled in the backcourt. TJ all over Thomas, who is checked back in, and TJ tackles Thomas. That's going to be a foul. Thomas, of course, playing with 4 fouls. That's one of your Versailles. Whoever he matches up with may want to go right at him.
Yeah.
Because he has been the best shooter for this Marshall squad. He will also be the inbounder. Throws into the backcourt, where Aarons goes back to meet it.
Got to cut off 2.
And good help defense there by Murdoch to turn Aarons away. Marshall steps into a 3, rattles around. Great box out and board by Morrison.
Box out now.
Morrison looks around, finds guard like, guys, I'm not a point guard.
Yeah, take the ball from me, please.
TJ, quick trigger, deep 3. And the rebound chased down by Allen. Morrison with it. Gives it to Reese. Reese has got Aguirre on him. Shot fake, quick crossover, saves his dribble, uses the Timo screen. He sets up a 3 from the top of the key off the back iron, won't go. And the ball lost out of bounds, last touch by Marshall. Don't get me wrong, there probably could have been a foul there too.
It might have been, but I mean,
not in this game.
No more of a foul than we've.
So Versailles maintains possession, down by 6. Lobs it into Timo. Trying to post Reese low. Marshall's pretty aware of that, though. Timo drives down, trying to pump fake. I don't know what the plan was there.
No, he just got trapped under the goal.
Or
Really
excuse me, I
didn't
kept
have a
saying
good
Timo,
angle.
that was TJ.
And Kuker did a good job of just standing there and being the taller guy.
Yeah, I mean, I like TJ being fearless going against the big, but I don't know if that's the matchup you want. And a good job by Reese as he tips the cross-court pass. Otherwise, Aguirre would have had a lane to the rim. Under 5 minutes to play. Tigers need a stop and a bucket bad. Says the Jason Blankenship CPA fourth quarter of action. Our 3rd game of the night. We'll be back with 4 tomorrow. And a quick hand check foul on Rowan Allen.
I think that's number 3. Not that it matters now, but
All right, Thomas with the ball. Under 4 to go. What does Versailles have here? It's a low-scoring game. TJ gambles on a steal, and I don't know what just happened, but Aguirre very shaken up on the play. I wonder if he dislocated something.
I don't know. I don't know if he maybe had a shoulder issue before.
Yeah, I mean, once again, that was not a very hard foul. TJ gambled on a steal and just poked or caught the player's arm, but oh yeah,
Shoulder.
give that kid his credit. Oh my goodness, it popped out, and he walked over to the coach and told him, "Pop it back in." You got to respect the guts on that kid. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break because I don't know how long this is going to last. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Special problems require special solutions. I'm Mark Keckner with Keckner Manufacturing. We're known for making turkey coops, but we've expanded including trailer repair, laser cutting, head drawing, custom fabricating, and manufacturing. Yes, we do that. That is the reason we've been in business for over 60 years. We are working for the working man. You might not need us today, but when you do, Keckner Manufacturing will be there. Keckner Manufacturing in Tipton, Missouri. Yes, we do that. Go to Keckners.com. That's KOECHNERS.
Marshall with the ball. 4:40 to go and a 6-point lead for the Owls. Tigers trying to get a stop and get the ball back. And a steal. It is a steal by Schofield. Schofield on the fast break. Right hand off the glass and good. And a timeout by the Versailles bench. Tigers have drawn within 4. We're going to hold it here. You know, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This Marshall team plays with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
And because of that, you can see some of these kids get fired up. And, I mean, Versailles has kept their composure. And I got to wonder, Jason, that's got to give you some kind of a leg up when your kids aren't getting, as fired up after every call or upset after it. And you can almost take advantage of that.
Yeah. I'm proud of our boys. Because I'm going to lie to you. We got a couple over there that if you want to mix it up, they'll mix it up. But they're doing a good job of just playing the game. Look at the score. We've been cutting it down slowly but surely. We got our eye on a bigger prize here. So we'll see what this last 4.5 minutes. Because I'll be honest, man, our boys, there were some opportunities to get a little upset about some things tonight.
I vividly remember way back when we're playing a K-Singer game against Northwest. Coach Ollison is in Stover at this time, and I think it's Northwest. And all I know is everybody on that other team and their brother, he got a technical foul at this point in the game. Yeah. And Coach calls a timeout just to tell us they're giving out technicals like Halloween candy. We're not about to get any. Everybody shut your mouth and make your free throws, and we're going to go home with a win.
Yeah.
And it was the best advice a coach could give at that time because that's exactly how it played out.
Exactly, yeah.
4-point game with 4:27 to go in this consolation matchup. Marshall and Versailles. Marshall breaks the press, running the fast break. Tigers got to get back defensively. Layup won't go for Thomas. Thomas is shoving the back. That's going to foul him out of the game.
Good foul.
That's kind of what I'm talking about with that frustration. Is that was just I thought I should have got a call, so I'm going to shove you back. And the Tigers keep their composure here.
When you're playing with 4 fouls, you've got to play a little bit smarter than that with 4 fouls. Can't just shove in the back openly like that.
So Versailles has the door open for them right now. Can they take advantage? In the game for the Tigers, Albrecht, Murdoch, Morrison, Allen, and TJ. Reese steps into a mid-range jumper, tried to bank it in, shot wouldn't go, long rebound fought for. Yeah, that's going to be a foul. I don't know if it'll be Albrecht or TJ. I'm not sure who had the contact there, but one of them's getting a foul, and it's going to be Albrecht.
I'll tell you what, no matter what, watching TJ bang around at the end of this game, I'm so glad that kid is back. I am so glad he is back.
I'm going to be real. After
moments like this.
After what I saw on that football field, I'm just glad that he is able to play.
I mean, just being able to play, but I am so glad he is back because he's a great kid, and he is going to be big in moments like what we're playing in right now.
Tigers keeping this press on. Quick trigger jumper knocked down from Marshall.
You can't sleep on number 12.
If you don't make that, I normally would say that's a bad shot, but when it goes in, it's a good shot. Albrecht picks up his dribble. He needs help. And he finds it in Bertelli. Bertelli goes to TJ. TJ drives baseline. It's taken away. Gives it back to Bertelli. Fires low to Murdoch, who shoved off the block. It's only the second team foul, though, on Marshall.
How many is that on Aaron's? I've kind of lost
third.
That's his third.
Reese Murdoch is making every guard on this team work double time tonight. Versailles sticks with the lob in. They try to post Reese low, but the whole defense collapses. They get it into Reese. He gets his matchup in the air. Reverse layup just won't go. It's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Marshall.
Put the wrong English on the ball.
Reese has been looking for that post up all night. He got it and just
take it up over and get that foul.
I don't know if you're getting a foul tonight, just being honest. They're letting these boys go at it. Lofts it up. Morrison goes back to get the pass. And Reese sets a screen, steps out, receives it. Shot fake, tacks the basket. He's hip checked. That's going to be 4 on Aarons now.
I go right at him.
I don't know if Coach Espinoza has a play that's just called Reese go and get it like they used to do with Randy Moss, but
I don't know, man. I get the ball in Two's hands, and you go at him.
Aaron's going to have to be smart. He is the absolute catalyst for this Marshall team. .323 to play, 6-point contest. Tossed into Albrecht. Bertelli comes back and meets it. They go to TJ. Albrecht had a look, didn't want it. They go out to Reese. They switch defense on Reese now. They don't want Aarons on him anymore with the 4 fouls. A smart move by Marshall. Albrecht over to Bertelli, inside to Reese, working against Kuker. Skips it weak side. TJ thought about a 3, drives baseline, gets inside, working against Kuker. He's in there. Shot almost goes, but TJ will go to the line for 2.
Nice job, TJ. Taking it up on a guy a foot taller than you. He doesn't care. He just plays tough.
Kudos to, I'm not sure what his last name is, but he's getting ready to come back in the game after that dislocated shoulder.
I'm getting quite the commentary.
Aguirre is coming back in. That's
kid.
a tough kid.
My goodness. TJ's first free throw up and just falls off the right side. Yeah, Aguirre, literally had his shoulder dislocated and put back in just a few moments ago, and now he's coming back into the game.
It's tough.
Absolutely. He's had the job of guarding Murdoch most of the night. Second free throw here for Schoolfield, and same result, same spot.
Roll off the,
Kuker the board, which, by the way, shout out to Morrison. As Morrison has been working hard on Kuker all night, and that foul, reach-in foul on the Tigers, is going to go ahead and send Kane Vakesny to the free throw line, just a sophomore, but he's been a good mid-range shooter. I'm going to guess the free throws are pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Just a sophomore at the line. Not a very big kid by any means. I say that, and the first one's off back iron. And I can't guess anything anymore. Rowan Allen checks in for Bertelli. Second free throw coming up. And it's good. 41-34. Lead is at 7. 2:45 to play. Tigers need points. Albrecht. Left wing over to Allen. Allen thought about the shot, but a quick closeout. He gets into the mid-range. He'll pull the mid-range jumper. It's tipped. Rebound, Aguirre.
Credit to this Marshall defense right now, playing tough.
I think this tournament is going to help the Tigers learn a lot about themselves. And one thing is they've got to find some quick scores. And a big 3, knocked down by Vakesny. The lead at 10. Reese picks it up, goes to TJ. Thought about the long 3. Instead, gets inside, holds the pivot foot, and a travel going to be called. Like I said, this seems to be the weak spot in the Tigers right now, is when they have to get points quickly. They don't necessarily have an ability. If you're able to tee off on Murdoch and take them out of the game, somebody else is going to have to step up.
Somebody's got to step up and be that guy.
And a timeout going to be called by the Marshall bench. The lead is ballooned to 10 with 2:10 to go. We'll take the break. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Sold out crowd at Remax Arena at Lake of the Ozarks, and Winter Shelton's got 5 seconds left to win this deal. Can they pull it off? Inbound passes to Shelton at the top of the key. They try to double team him. Shelton crosses over the competition with some razzle dazzle. 2, 1. He shoots the game winner, and it's Winter Shelton for the win. Shelton is crushing it. When buying a home or real estate, put the ball in Winter Shelton's hands for the game winner. Winter Shelton's crushing it, yeah.
Jason Blankenship, CPA, fourth quarter underway, 2:10 to go in our Martin Metal broadcast here tonight, the third and final game of the tournament for us tonight. We'll be back with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 games, 3 of those on KS95 tomorrow. Inbounds Goes to Vakasny. He gives it up. Able to break this press. Head to Aguirre. Looking for his guard, and he finds that in Deacon Aarons. Tiger's going to have to try something here. As Marshall going to attempt to run the clock. Kuker with it. Gives it up to the corner to Aarons. Back out to Vakesny. Over to Aguirre. Going to be patient around the outside. Who do the Tigers foul?
Or foul somebody.
And they go ahead and foul Kuker. I know I said this earlier, but Kuker shoots a lot of free throws. I would not be surprised if he's decent at them as well, as he's got a soft touch. So getting ready for his first free throw is Kuker.
Head coach's phone's ringing. Hear it all the way up here.
First free throw's up and good. I wondered where that was. Wow.
He's actually checking it. That's awesome.
Could have been important, man. Second free throw up and long. Bounces around. Murdoch soars for the board. Tigers have to go fast. Reese races up. Dishes it to the corner. TJ's three is blocked out of bounds. 45-34, 11-point game, 1:35 to play. Getting a play call in from the sideline is Marshall. Reese gets the inbound, shot fake, see how he's contested, steps into a corner jumper, and dies on the back iron. I don't mind Reese taking that look. Somebody's got to shoot. It might as well be Murdoch. And the Tigers have to foul. They foul Vakesny, but I mean, here's the thing. You can extend the game, but if the Tigers can't buy a bucket right now, like I said, I think as the season goes along, things will change for Versailles. I have so much faith in Coach Espinosa, Coach Williams, and Coach Pryor, and there is talent here. It's just, we got to remember, outside of Murdoch, these guys don't have varsity experience.
This was a JV team with Reese playing on it. I mean, call it what it is. I mean, it was a good JV team.
Yeah, but
Coach Williams had them last year. I mean, they were like 12-1.
And now you're asking this group of guys who are, a JV team, as you said, hey, we need you to go out there and score at the varsity level with the game on the line.
And the speed, I mean, like the Aaron's kid and the Thomas kid, that's speed, man. I mean, they're fast. And you don't see that at the JV level. So there's going to be an adjustment.
No, there absolutely is. And like I said, we're seeing some of it early. Rowan Allen is starting to come out of his shell a little bit and score the rock a little. And some of it also, this is a weird situation because for a lot of kids, if you're a sophomore like Rowan, you feel a little weird shooting the ball too much because generally it's like, no, I leave that to the juniors and seniors. You don't want to shoot too much, make them mad. Instead, now, that's not really an option on the table.
I think Rowan's got a good chance to be that number 2 guy, especially until, next after Christmas break when Jay Sean hopefully will be back and making a huge difference there.
That's night and day difference.
And that's the thing. You got to look at the big picture of what this team could do after Christmas break and get a little bit of experience.
Well, I'm just thinking, can you imagine Jay Sean out here fighting it out with Kuker?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and then you have a rotation. Jay Sean, go push him around for a minute. All right, Timo, go push him around for a minute. And
yeah, the dynamics of this team changed quite a bit. He makes a huge difference because he will be your number 2 guy.
Yeah, and he lets Reese play a little bit more like Reese as well. Reese at heart is a facilitator and always has been. And Jay Sean does a great job of filling space on the weak side.
Yes, he does. He does a great job of filling space and being in the right place.
Murdoch shot out of a cannon into the front court, gives it to Reza, lines up a 3, and it's short. Kuker with it, gives it up ahead to Aguirre. Reese, that's an athletic steal.
That's a save.
Cross-court pass to TJ. TJ, oh my, just jumped the Versailles bench trying to steal that one.
He just did it, Dennis Rodman.
He really did.
Literally.
And absolutely lands in the second row. I'm glad to see him up and okay.
Oh, my Lord. Don't TJ. Heart attack, TJ, after all the stuff you've went through, son.
Well, now that we know TJ's okay, has anybody checked on that seat in the second row?
Well, Mom hopped up. She looked.
Tony O'Rourke was down there at his side.
She looked worried, boy.
Yeah,
wow. Had like 8 heart attacks just now.
You don't have to question if TJ hustles.
No, he gives you what he's got. I love the kid to death.
Jeez. All right, another foul by Versailles. That's the game you got to play right now, but that'll be the 4th on TJ.
I've never seen a kid do that.
I haven't either.
I mean, he literally went over the bench into the crowd.
Did he push off on Gavin or something, or did he just hop off the floor into the second row?
It literally looked like Dennis Rodman on some of his craziness.
First free throw for Verkesny up and good. Sophomore has been clutch for Marshall. 47. I forgot one earlier. To 34 is the lead. Second free throw coming up for Verkesny, and it's up and good as well. So the lead at 14. Things not looking promising for Versailles. Murdoch to TJ. Thought about the deep three. Goes back to Reese. He'll try a three from the wing, and it's short. I think Reese might be a little tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy's been doing everything and then some this game.
Beat on hard tonight.
Ball out of bounds. They'll say last touched by the Owls. So we're at exactly a minute to play. Inbounds to Reese. Up top to Albrecht. He'll try the quick three. Off the iron won't go. Aguirre a strong board. Pushed off, no whistle. And Aguirre's going to get fouled by 3 people. No, that's just TJ fouling you a lot. My bad. Give him credit. TJ can quick foul as well as anybody in this game. He's going to foul out now.
He's already got it half cocked every time, man. He's ready to hit you with it.
He really is. TJ's. Oh, boy. And it looks like Marshall going to go ahead and get their bench into the game. I mean, give Marshall credit. They executed down the stretch when they needed to.
They're a tough ball club. I mean, they play physical. They get after it. They got a little bit of speed. Got some shooters. I mean, yeah, they did a good job. They earned it.
Aguirre at the line. His first free throw. It's long. The fact that he's shooting free throws after his shoulder was out 10 minutes ago
shoulder
was
was
wild.
laying on the Cardinal head there for a while, and they put it back on.
Hey, kid's tough. Second free throw up and good.
Braden Morrison seriously has the cutest baby in history.
Oh, seriously. And that child is
Lord.
just so happy up there. We say this because the baby's being tossed in the air right in front of us and staring up at us like, who are those weird guys? Allen, a three off the front iron won't go. Fought for out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Marshall. Just 44 seconds left. I kind of feel like Versailles probably not going to play the foul game at this point. But the important thing is that you learned something from this tournament.
But Ari is going to get the action photo.
Reese gets the inbounds, lays it up, won't go. He gets his own miss. One power dribble, lays it up and in. Tiger's going to press. Marshall gets it into the front court. I don't know that Versailles will foul, but Reese is going to pressure. And Marshall going to burn a timeout. Lead at 13. Hospitality room calling my name.
Me too.
Heck yeah.
Oh, tomorrow our first game is at 1:30. And that game is
The Eldon
and Boonville girls. And that will be followed at 3 by the Eldon and California boys. Then at 4:30, we'll have the Tipton girls and the California girls. And then at 6, we will have Camdenton and South Callaway.
What is that? 14 games?
Too many. That is, I lost count after I couldn't use my hands anymore. Marshall gets it across half court, skips to it. Okay. Like I said, these officials are better guys than me. I would not have blown my whistle on that.
I would not. Yeah, I would be swallowing it. Kind of like in the first quarter.
Marshall going to clear it out on the free throw and just let him get the shot up. Free throw won't fall. Second one on the way for Marshall. 49-36 is the score. Second free throw falls off the iron as well. Timo gives it to Reese. Reese going to race up under 20 seconds to go. Gives it to Timo. Timo looking for a guard. Finds Allen. Allen back to Morrison. He's left open at 3. He'll launch it. He'll get it. I'm telling you, man, Timo's a sniper.
Yeah, he is.
And Coach Espy going to call a timeout, but with 8 seconds left, I mean,
draw up the 10-point play.
Man, he's been saving that one.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, a Tiger is going to fall to 3-1 or 1-3, excuse me, on the season. Is that right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been close, tough losses. You lost to Eldon by 4. You lost to a top 10 team in the state of Missouri in Fatima. I mean, you're going to have that.
Yeah, that one without TJ.
Yeah. And
without Jay Sean. I mean, like I said, there's better things coming here. They're going to be fine.
Like I said, you get Jay Sean back on the other side of the break. You also just get this team getting used to playing together. And I think some of these guys are going to start being willing to take a few more shots.
Yeah.
And could be all the difference.
I think Rowan Allen is just going to grow game to game this year as well.
And a steal on the inbounds. Albright gets it, lays it up and in, cuts the lead to 8. And Marshall doesn't even have to throw this one in. So that's how this one closes, 49-41. Marshall knocks off Versailles in the consolation of the 86th annual Tipton tournament. Post-game show's coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you're looking for a new furnace or air conditioner, price is important, but warranty, reliability, and efficiency are big factors too. At DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling, you'll receive very competitive pricing on the industry-leading Air Ease products. Every Air Ease product is built on 80 years of experience, testing, and research. Servicing the Lake and Jefferson City areas for nearly 15 years, DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling. For reliable products offered by reliable people, call DeGraff & Reed Heating and Cooling.
When a post-frame building is in your future, build straighter, stronger, and satisfied with help from Martin Metal, northeast of Versailles, offering a full-service lumberyard, on-site truss plant, a full production plant with numerous rolled form metals, trims, and accessories. And now, a new laminated post plant producing 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply, 2x6, and 2x8 posts up to 40 feet in length. Call one of our trained professionals, 573-378-4050. We also offer delivery anywhere in Missouri and across the heartland of America. To see more, visit martinmetal.com.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Aaron Long in Tipton.
Have you ever gone into panic mode because you reach into your wallet and your debit card is not there? Hi, this is Ryan Pryor from Citizens Bank of Eldon and Versailles. With the Umbrella app on your mobile phone, you can block your debit card with a quick tap of a button. 5 minutes later, you remember that it's in your pocket. No problem. Just go back in and unblock your card, and now it's business as usual. Ask us how you can enroll. Member FDIC.
A hometown bank, a hometown friend.
We're back with the Bank of Versailles post-game show here on our Martin Metal broadcast as the Versailles Tigers fall to the Marshall Owls, 49-41. Joined now by the head coach of the Versailles Tigers, Wyatt Espinosa. Coach, a tough night for your squad, but how'd you feel about their performance?
I felt like they play hard, and defensively we did a lot of good things. Whenever you go, second quarter we had 4, and then most of the time through that fourth quarter we only had 4 in that quarter as well. So whenever you have 2 quarters where you only score 4 points in the majority of them, it's going to be tough to win a game.
It really seemed like they were teeing off on Reese Murdoch tonight. And don't get me wrong, Reese was handling his own in the scoring, but once they started to take him away, it kind of seems like your team may be still looking for that second guy that can carry the scoring load. Is that something you're seeing as a coach, too, that you're kind of waiting for someone to step up, or do you feel like that can be a team effort to be that second person?
I think we can. It takes, we're new to a lot of stuff, and we're missing cutters still, and we've been preaching it. We're not back cutting at the right time, so that's how those guys are going to get involved. And once they figure that out, and once they realize that they can score that way, I think they're going to click to it. And we kind of, we give them all the green light to shoot the right shots, and tonight they didn't fall, and so it made it a lot more difficult, especially whenever they had a 6'5" big guy in the middle.
And Kuker was a great player. However, I got to give a little love to Timo Morrison. Honestly, battled with him. And the last time that we saw Kuker, he had like a 20-something point effort. I don't know how you felt, but I felt like Timo did a great job on him defensively.
Oh, yeah, he did. We talked about how we need to stop that guy because he is a force. 6'5", got a wonderful touch. Do you guys have stats on him?
We didn't keep his stats, but by my count up here, I believe he only had 4 points.
Yeah, so, that's pretty good on that guy. We've got to cue in on, the lefty, the number 2. We got to stop him a little bit. We let him kind of go on a tangent there in the second half, but, just got to put things together.
I know this isn't the way you wanted this tournament to go, but I remind you once again, new program, guys that, as we were saying up here, you have one kid on the floor right now that was a varsity player last year. Otherwise, it's a JV team featuring Reese Murdoch that's new to the varsity level. So how can you use this as a coach and a program to build on this season, to learn from it, and what can you do to make this a positive experience going forward?
Well, I'm pretty critical. I'm pretty critical of myself, and I think sometimes I can come up here and maybe I'm not positive. So I guess we have to be better. I have to be better. It starts with me. I guess, can I take a moment to brag about some guys, though?
Please do.
I don't do it enough. So I really want to brag on Ty. You kind of brought it up, how hard he works. He's averaging 6 points per game, and it's been 6 points per game every single game. Yeah. And it doesn't matter how he's getting it. He's fronting the post, and he's working really hard. TJ came back, and you saw him. He had one of the scariest injuries on the football field.
Yeah.
And he's flying around, diving on the floor and diving into the stands, doing whatever he can. Rowan, he's working hard. Joe, he's working. All these role guys, they work so stinking hard. And that's what's so frustrating when we lose, is because I know how hard they're working and know how bad they want it. But sometimes shots don't fall, and sometimes we're still not executing, and it just stinks.
You can see the efforts there. You can see you guys are getting better and better. And Rowan Allen's another one that we felt like he took another big step tonight, because there was a couple buckets he had that he had to fight through traffic to get up. And you're talking about a kid that is a sophomore that is being in that position right now. And I've known you for a while now, Wyatt. I know how you are as far as being hypercritical on things. But I'm telling you, you're doing a great job with this program. You guys are moving in the right direction. What do you have coming up in the next couple weeks?
Next week we have Cole Camp on Thursday at home. That'll be our home opener. And then right after that, we play at home again against Bolivar, who's going to be a stout, bigger school, be a stout Bolivar team.
Well, Coach, we will see you again next week. But I'm telling you, head up. Your team's getting better and better, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Appreciate it, Colton. TIG.
ERS. That is Coach Wyatt Espinoza of these Versailles Tigers, as they do fall in a close contest tonight, 49-41. But they put up a really good fight here tonight, Jason. And actually, we're going to join in a second by somebody else. But Coach, Jason, one thing that Wyatt is super critical on himself, man. He's putting everything there. But these Tigers are progressively getting better, and you can see that. Well, it helps if I turn your mic on.
There we are. Yeah, they're getting better. They'll be fine. Just got to get it all put together and figure out how all these pieces are going to play together this year. So
another team that seems to be putting it together that might be all right is the Tipton Lady Cardinals. They're back in the championship game of this tournament tomorrow night, and they are led by senior star guard. What else are you going to call her? Miss Charlie Bailey. Chuck, how are you?
Oh, I'm great. How are you?
Fantastic. I'm just curious, is there anything you don't do? Because you're out here getting buckets and locking people down, and then on the days you don't play, you're over there doing the announcing and running all the PA stuff. Do you guys ever go home?
No, I try to, but the second I get home, I just get a call from Culpepper or our assistant principal, vice principal, Miss Beshin, and she'll call me up and say, hey, can you announce this game? I'm like, sure. So I'm just here.
You guys got a big game coming up tomorrow evening, and is it safe to say that Tipton and California is a bit of a rivalry throwdown as well?
Yeah, I definitely think so. Whenever our parents would be in the same conference, I feel like the rivalry started there, and then for a while we never really saw them, and then here we are. They've been in our tournament. I think this is the third year they've been in the tournament, and it's always been us in the championship. So I definitely say it's built a little bit of a rivalry.
Now, we saw something last game that kind of caught me off guard, but I feel like you didn't care at all. You guys, you won by a very sizable margin, but in that victory, even though you put up 99 points, you finished with 7 points after having 9 made threes the game before, but it was Carvajal going off, and it was Ava a big game. And just complete honesty, does it affect you at all or bother you at all how much you do or don't score in a game at this point as long as you win?
No, not at all. Honestly, it's great to have so many people be able to score that many points. You know how at the Union game I had 29, was it?
I think so.
Something like that.
They were all in the second half. I know that much.
Yeah, and then our last game, Maddie had 34 and Ava 20-some. It's really good because whenever a team is about to play us, how can you prepare for that? You have 4 girls out of the starting 5 who, like Culpepper said, can score 30. And so I think it's great. Claire's time will come. I know it's going to happen here soon. You know, she'll have her time where she just goes off on her rampage because she's so athletic. People can't stop her when she drives in, and same with Ava. And then Maddie will do it again. And then sometime, hopefully, I have another one. You know, it's really hard to prepare for another team.
First off, you say, Clara will have her time. We've kind of just dubbed her a silent assassin because Clara had a very quiet 20 against Union and a very quiet 18 in the last game. So it's not like she's not scoring. It's just you almost don't notice it. She's so quick and athletic. But that has to also help you out a little bit because we've talked about the defense. I've said it before. I will say it again. You're the best on-ball defender I've ever seen play the game of basketball. But now you've got Clara Williams on one side. You've got Maddie Carvajal on the other. I mean, that has to just be so much fun as a defender knowing, hey, if I can force a slightly errant pass, I got two girls that are picking pockets and off to the races.
Yeah, it's really nice. It goes with it again. You know, whenever a team is about to play us, you cannot say that one girl is the best defender. You can't say that one girl gets the most steals. You know, Maddie, she had a lot of steals the last game, but then Clara will do the same. You know, Ava will also have her steals, and so will I. I mean, everything gets spread around. People have their certain games where they can just go off. But, I mean, we are very grateful for the athletes that we have on our team to be able to spread it around, and each person can have their game.
Well, you guys are so much fun to watch. Cannot wait for tomorrow evening when you guys play for that championship. The last 2 years this has been played, I just remember this gym is standing room only every time with that rivalry. Is it safe to say we're going to see a big crowd again?
Definitely. That rivalry, I mean, it brings it in, especially with California only being 15 minutes away. I've already heard of so many people saying they're coming early because they think it's going to be packed.
It's cool to see it half blue and half red.
It really is.
This place is always shaking. Well, Chuck, cannot wait to see you take the court again tomorrow night. What time's that game get underway?
4:30.
4:30. All right, we're looking forward to it. Charlie, thanks for coming up. We'll catch you tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Good luck, young lady.
Thank
That
you.
is Charlie Bailey. If you haven't watched the Tipton ladies play basketball, seriously, get out and do it. I promise it's worth your time and
You
your
ain't
money.
seen basketball if you haven't seen Tipton girls in basketball.
I seriously think the Tipton girls could take on certain small boys schools.
They could.
Yeah, as long as the boys did not have like a 6-footer or a 6'2" guy, then I seriously think they would be just fine. But I once again want to reiterate before we wrap this broadcast up, Coach Espy is very critical of himself and was talking about, he's got to be better. He's just kind of, they're doing great. I think it's just reminding everyone, yes, Versailles was what they were last year. You graduated one of the most talented scorers mid-Missouri has seen. You graduated 3 guys that are all college athletes. And I mean, now you're playing with guys that have no varsity experience. And it's like, I think some people have in their mind that you should go right back to a 25-win team that averages 85 a game. And it's like, that's not how it works. Coach Espy is building something here, and they are doing a good job.
And I'll say one thing for Coach Espinosa. I know he's stressed about, he took on this job knowing this program, the success it's had. And it's in its 116th season. And, we've had some kids that are unbelievable that you won't see again for another 40, 50 years come through. But that's not this team. This is a different team. And I know he's put so much pressure on himself. I do hope he knows that everybody's got his back. Everybody knows, Ryder's gone. Kobe's gone. All those boys are gone that we've had. This is a different look Tiger team. And there's nothing wrong with that.
No.
Every team's different. Every team plays different based on its personnel. And I think Coach Espinosa's put way too much pressure on himself. Like everybody's comparing. I don't compare. I don't think anybody compares. What I look for and what he does is he coaches my son to be a good man. He coaches my son hard. He coaches all those boys the right way. I've seen their practices. I know the time they're putting in. And I hope Coach Espinosa knows he's doing a great job. And this will all start to come together.
It will.
But I think he has just put probably way too much pressure. And a young coach, first head job at your home
It's going to be that way.
Following up a lot of, some great stuff that, we had last year. That would be very tough.
Yeah.
And he's just, he'll be all right.
He will.
He'll be all right.
Well, we're going to go ahead and put a wrap on things. This has been the Bank of Versailles post-game show. We'll be back at it tomorrow. 1:30 gets things started, 4 straight games. We're going to have trophies given away, some absolute battles. Special thanks to Britt on the camera, and, of course, Mark Sidebottom.